Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when we sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts every single day. The Nuggets won!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Wait, was there a basketball game? Just kidding.
Obviously, way more important than anything we're going to talk about today about the Avalanche. The Nuggets stay alive, so congrats to them. On the Avs side of things, they're taking on the Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg with...
What?
Florida now 4 points ahead of Colorado.
Are they? I've stopped looking.
Yeah, they won an OT the other night. The Winnipeg is out of the playoffs. This game is about as meaningless as they get.
Yeah.
I don't want to damper anyone's day, and I do want to talk about some of the serious things going on with the Avalanche right now. But there's not a lot of reason to get up for this hockey game. It's just a fact. The Avs getting a couple of guys back, which I do want to talk about. We're late as hell, so let's just get into the health update right away. Eric Johnson back in the lineup, and Ben Meyers getting in the lineup for Logan O Connor. Two sides of this. Obviously, I think everyone has been very happy with what they've seen from Ben Meyers so far. I think play-wise, you can make an argument for Logan O'Connor to sit, but the same conversation we had about Keith Yandel. Before tonight, Logan O'Connor was the only player to not miss a game this year for the Avs.
But he's not on a historic
He's
run.
not.
Yeah.
He's
so
not.
Who cares?
Fair enough, I guess. But, it means, I think it means a little bit of something.
Yeah, it obviously means something, especially to a player. But like we've talked about this before, right? Like being replaced by Ben Meyers doesn't really feel like I don't know. I'd be a little bit more concerned if I was LOC, if I was being replaced by somebody that could actually take my roster spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, I would be real concerned right now if I was LOC, to be honest with you. The way you've seen a knack play. Yeah. Obviously, we know Bednar loves Helm and Cogliano and his vets. Sturm has pretty much locked up the center spot there.
Yeah.
I would be concerned.
Yeah. I wouldn't see Sturm sitting at all. That guy's
me either. Yeah,
out of his mind right now.
Sturm, I think Sturm is safe. I think Cogliano is safe for the most part. Honestly, I think he's been
really. I'm not. I don't really like his game. Like,
I'm actually with Blais on this, but
so for two reasons why I think he's safe. One, I actually think he's been pretty good since he got here, but Jared Bednar absolutely loves the work ethic.
Yeah.
I'm given to understand. Obviously, we don't get the same type of post-game access that we had before. But I'm given to understand this dude is right up there with Nuke, where he's in the gym before anyone else, after anyone else, before games, after games, puts in a ton of extra work on the ice, puts in a ton of extra work in meetings to make sure he knows where he's supposed to be, when he's supposed to be there. And every time that his name is brought up to Jared Bednar, it's just 3 or 4 minutes of just like glowing reviews.
It's too bad that doesn't translate to on ice like performance.
See, I don't know. I kind of disagree. Like he makes those types of plays. Like he had one. Oh God, what game was it? Pittsburgh, maybe, where it was they were killing a penalty late, and he actually got hurt on the play diving to make that play to clear the zone. He ended up getting like kicked in the ribs. Like he makes those plays where he sells out to get the puck out. You know what I mean? And that's the stuff where I think he earns those good graces. Couple it with the work that he puts in. I'm not saying he's been, like a world beater out there. I can definitely see where you guys are coming from, but I think he's been good enough, and he hasn't done this. You know what I mean? Like
he's been steady for sure.
Yeah, steady in whichever way you want to say it. It's like you've gotten the same thing out of him most nights. I think he's safe. I think Sturm is safe, unless their play takes a noticeable turn.
Yeah.
To me, it's Helm, Abe Kubel, and Logan O'Connor are fighting for one spot. And I think if the Avs go 4 rounds, you will see a healthy dose of all.
You'll see all 3.
Yeah.
For sure you will see all 3. And of that, I'm confident. If it were up to me, I think it would be Cogs that's part of that rotation. Not because,
very well could be.
Not because he's played poorly. Like, I think he fills his role very, very well. But you're asking the same things of him that you're asking of Logan O'Connor. Mm-hmm. Where is the offense gone? Where is it?
For who?
For Cogs.
Was it ever here?
A fair question. But you're looking at...
I don't say that like being a dick.
But you're looking at that lineup, and we all agree. We think Sturm is pretty solid in that spot. Yeah. There's not a ton of offense there.
He does something that nobody else on the team, on the Avs does, and he's big, and he wins faceoffs.
Yep.
Like...
And
sorry, everyone else.
Like
and
mad.
Right.
Well, and no one's saying to take his spot away, but you have to understand when you're building that line, you're not getting a ton of offense there.
Well, and to your point, I'm sorry, I'm probably completely interrupting.
No,
your
you're
point,
good.
But
you're
like
good.
To your point of the Cogliano and LOC thing, it's like you're asking those two guys to do the same thing essentially.
Yeah.
Nico Sturm, I don't think they're asking anyone else to do what they're asking Nico Sturm to do right now.
Well, and this is where I kind of see it pair off, right? You have Sturm in the middle, regardless. You have. I don't want to call Helm the offensive guy on the line, but the two goal scorers on that fourth line have been Helm and Knack.
Yeah.
And then you have the other role of energy grinder that is Loke and Cogs. Mm-hmm. And
that's great. Yeah, that's a great way of looking at it.
That's kind of how I see the rotation.
So you're basically saying that if Cogliano's in, it probably means LOC's out.
Yep.
If NAK is in, that probably means Helm is out,
Yep.
and vice versa.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
I can see that.
You know,
For sure.
Never want to discount Bednar running two vets on a line.
Right.
We know NHL coaches love that.
I do think he likes the speed of one of O'Connor or Abe Kubel, but like I said, I really do, and this is something that Bednar has kind of beat the drum of. If we're going to go 4 rounds, we are going to need everybody.
Yeah.
So I do. I think.
And I think the conversation's the same on the defensive side too, right? I'm sure you'll see both Johnsons. If Murray's good to go, you'll probably see him get into games too.
I really do, man. And I know there's people that disagree with me, but I honestly even think we will get a look at Curtis McDermott at some point. If the Avs go 4 rounds, you will get at least one game of Curtis McDermott.
I would, out of those guys, I would take Abe right now.
Yeah, he's played great.
I don't disagree with that.
Playing great.
He gives you a little bit of offense. The problem is, right, he doesn't play on any of the special teams part.
Yeah, that's the issue,
where, like,
for sure.
He's an issue, but man, he's been killing it the last before the losses start.
Right. And where you can even kind of make, kind of get over the special teams thing is Val Nichushkin kills penalties, Nazem Kadri kills penalties, Gabe Landeskog has killed penalties in the past. So, like, you've got guys in the top of your lineup that are part of that rotation. So it's like, I don't need every one of my, grinders to do it. So you can kind of hide him that way, but it's not nothing.
Yeah.
So one conversation I did want to have, because believe it or not, we do actually read the YouTube comments. I think all of us on the show aren't too worried about the results of these hockey games. Yeah, okay. But we totally understand on a game-to-game basis, you want to see the Avs show up. It's disappointing, especially if you're a fan of the team. If you're watching this team on a nightly basis, it's disappointing to see them half-ass their way through games.
Yeah.
It is. At the same time, when you look at the bigger picture, you have to understand that there's more than just that game going on here.
Yeah.
That Jesse's said it multiple times. Bednar has come out and said they do not care about the President's Trophy. They don't.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
Yep.
So you have to understand the how and why they're playing the games the way they are right now.
Well, they're being smart.
Yeah.
Right?
I'd agree.
Now, cooler heads have prevailed over here. After Friday's game, I've had a chance to reflect on my comments, and and it's settled in a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, they're being smart about this. They're not pressing all the way down, trying to win that President's Trophy. That's what you saw last year. They had to because they wanted to beat Vegas out of it, right? So this year, like, they've already done that, been there, done that. And now it's like, let's be smart. Let's rest players. Let's get ready for the playoffs. Now, I think what has to happen, though, is at some point they are going to have to turn it on before the playoffs start. I don't think you can go in cold turkey and just expect everything to snap like that. Yeah. And obviously there's players coming back from injury that you're going to see, Landeskog being one of the main keys. Yeah. If he comes in during the playoffs, who cares?
Right.
Like, he's a professional. They're all professionals, but
Yeah.
you would like to see maybe the last 2 games where they're going to kind of start turning it up a little bit.
I don't even think it's the last. I think this game is Bednar's putting out the warning sign here, right? Yeah, EJ's coming back because he's healthy. Fine.
Yeah.
He's sitting Logan O'Connor.
Yep.
He's saying, look, I will sit anybody if you guys don't put enough effort in.
Yeah.
And there's a balance. He's not saying, hey, go out there and kill yourselves in these games to win them, but he's saying we expect a certain level of play, and you guys need to at least be competitive.
Well, and I think it says something about the Logan O'Connor scratch, because I do think that is the exact thing that has kept him in the lineup for every game this season up until this, and is regardless of the play, the finish ability, the lack of production. He's made some less than ideal reads of it. The effort has been there 100% for Logan O'Connor every night. Even if he's making mistakes, he's making them at full speed, going headfirst into the wall. And the fact that, to your point, Rudo, he pulled him out says the effort wasn't there.
Yep.
That is your thing. All of those guys that we were talking about off the top, on that bottom line that are fighting, it's effort.
Yep.
It is all effort. When it comes down to it, the productivity is probably pretty damn equal when you dive into the
end of the full season wide.
Yeah, it all comes out pretty similar. Maybe this guy, I agree with you, Abe Kubel is playing really well right now.
Yeah.
He's producing. But when all things are even at the end of the season, you probably feel about the same. It's effort. And right now, Abe Kubel, given the effort. I think we've all touched on the fact that Darren Helm has looked like a different player since Andrew Cogliano showed up.
Yep.
It's the effort, and I do think it says something that he pulled O'Connor out, but
he doesn't like that backhand on the break.
right, yeah.
Get it on the forehand, kid.
But we've said it a bunch of times. It's process over results right now.
Yep.
I'm looking at the schedule. I expect April 29th in Minnesota to be a total
That's a non-game. That's a
we should even
non-hockey
take
game.
pre and post game
Right,
show off. We're healthy scratching ourselves. They're going to be sending a preseason lineup. That game I've already thrown in the trash. I think you need to see good effort. I don't care about the result. Yep. Good effort.
St. Louis and Nashville.
Good process in 2 of tonight, St. Louis, Nashville.
Yep.
I don't care which 2.
But 2.
But 2 of them. You'd like to see it tonight. This is a lesser team that you should beat up on. You want to see them go in, have a good game on the road, beat a team they should beat. You are then going to play 2 hungry teams looking for positioning in Nashville. That game may mean something to them in terms of their playoff lives.
Yeah.
So you want to see them show well in that. And then the other 2, cool. If you want to coast through, to your point, Blais, don't go, don't do what Andrew Cogliano did in that game against Pittsburgh where you get kicked in the ribs trying to clear a puck. Let that one go and trust that your defensive, system will handle it. But yeah, 2 of these last 4, you want to see some effort.
Yeah.
I'm throwing out the Minnesota game. So 2 of the next 3, show us something to say, cool, it's still in there. We know you have the ability to turn it back on. Don't go limping into the postseason.
What would happen if you just forfeited an NHL game and we're like, yeah, we're not even going to make
Fined
that.
millions upon millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Could you imagine just no, we're taking all those fines. We're good.
Outside of the stigma and obviously the NHL coming down hard on them, I would seriously consider forfeiting that Minnesota game if I was Colorado.
How many people could you call up from the AHL that last game?
Now, here's the one thing I will say. If we get to the last game of the season and the standings have shaken out where they're 1 point behind Florida.
Something to make it matter. Sure.
And it's you know what? We have to, we've said it over and over that we don't really care. We win the game and it's ours kind of thing. Then I could see them putting a little bit more into it. But if it has shaken out where, again, there's 4 games left here. If St. Louis has separated and they have gotten home ice and Minnesota's playing for nothing and the Avs are 2-3 points back of Florida and they're playing for nothing, I think you're going to see a lot
big time phone
from both teams.
Men's
where it's
drop-in game.
Yeah, let's get through this. Hey, we hate each other. Let's be respectful, get through this, and hopefully we'll see each other in
after
round
the
2.
whistle.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pats on the back.
But again, 2 of these last 4, let's see good process. Let's see good systems. Let's see good effort. And I think you're happy and I think you're feeling good. Honestly, you guys know I've made it very clear. I'm not concerned either way, but you do just want to see them get back on it. It's mental fatigue season for teams in the Avs position.
Yep.
We're ready to turn the page. Just can't look too far down the road.
Yeah.
One last question, 20-second answer. Darcy Kemper, do you want to see a good game out of him, or you're not worried about it?
I want to see. Again, it's the process thing. When he's calm and his movements are sharp and he's not very jittery, he's not giving up rebounds, he's dialed in. Just want to see a little bit of that. The second or third goal in the game against Edmonton, he made this weird dive at the Evander Kane. He was wide open. He didn't really have a shot anyways, but that's when he's doing that type of stuff, he's not locked in. See him collect himself a bit.
That was 40 seconds.
I know. I got halfway through it and I was like, I'm blowing this right now.
You want to see a better game than what you saw against the Oilers. No concerns there, really.
Yeah, I don't know. So I've heard conflicting reports. I heard that Francouz was back, but then I also heard he was backing up.
Backing up.
Yeah.
They reassigned Annunen. Francouz will be backing up.
That's what I thought.
That's
but
it looks like it got him right here.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Which just below the brown
that's
line
a
of his
ladies
helmet.
love the scars.
Yeah,
right there.
Dude,
Yeah.
nice little shiner too.
I bet.
So hold on. I know you're trying to get us out of here, but in reality we have a few minutes till puck's up.
You're good.
We have to talk about the Vegas stuff.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Stars pull it out against Seattle last night.
Dude, so when it was 2-0
Down
Seattle,
0-2, yeah.
I almost sent you guys a message they don't want it. I'm telling you, they don't want it.
They're done.
Yeah. And, good on them coming back. It's now, I believe, a 4-point gap again. Vegas has the game in hand, and there is a game against Dallas. Vegas plays against San Jose tonight. Their season is hard on the line.
Yep.
Fuck all of that. Don't care. This Robin Leonard stuff is
he healthy or not? Is he healthy or
Did
not?
you guys see Jay Fresh's
I went
approach?
and looked when we were starting the show, and go ahead.
No, I mean, Jay Fresh came out and basically said that he's been injured for the last few months, wanting surgery. Basically, the Vegas Knights said no.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the reverse Jack Eichel.
Jack Eichel.
That's what
reversed Jack
That was
Eichel.
what Blais was saying before the show, yeah.
Well, what
And
the
he
hell?
finally was just like, F it, I'm going to do it anyways, and I'm going to get the surgery done because it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Well, and he also said that he felt slighted by the one goal against pull.
Yep.
And then there was one other thing where he was just like, fine, to hell with you guys then. But this also explains, assuming this is true, or at least a level of truth to it, it also explains the multiple times this season where we've heard Robin Leonard left practice, no weight on his leg, doesn't look good. Pete DeBoer saying, I don't know. And then announcing him as the starting goaltender at morning skate the next day. There's just been so much. And honestly, man, I really do think, as much as everyone is just outright rooting for it, for Vegas as a franchise, I think it's better for them to miss the playoffs right now. Their franchise is in shambles. Who's healthy? Who's not? They're fucking $20 million over the cap. They have guys they have guys on the team that they traded. You know what I mean?
I want to see the 30 for 30 of this year. Is it Peter DeBoer? Is he an issue?
I don't think he's helping.
Well, dude. So I mean, that all honestly, we talked about. The three of us were talking about the way that they've treated players over the last couple of years. I mean, just cold-blooded. Forget players. I mean, they fired Gerard Gallant after they hired Pete DeBoer. The press release got out that they hired Pete DeBoer, and then they fired Gerard Gallant. I don't doubt for a second that there are players in that room that have a little bit of ill will towards Pete DeBoer. I'm not saying that that's what's causing this, and that's purely speculation.
Yeah.
But you only have 3 players left from the Golden Misfits. I would have to imagine that if you gave them truth serum, would say I don't know, who the fuck does that guy think he is? You know what I mean?
I have 2 things here. One, there's a segment of the Avs fan base that still wants Jared Bednar fired.
Which is wild.
And those people,
That is nuts.
how those people see Jared Bednar is how Pete DeBoer actually is. Pete DeBoer is the
Great,
coach
yeah.
that cannot get you over the hump. And two, I think it's an incredible comparison when you look at Vegas and Robin Leonard's situation and compare it directly to the Avs and Gabe Landeskog,
Yeah.
where the Avs go get your knee
get your
surgery,
surgery, yeah.
go take care of your stuff now, 6 weeks out from the playoffs, and we'll get you back when we need you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Compared to Vegas saying, deal with it, bud.
Well, dude, and it's all just part of that. What feels so slimy about it is what everyone has been talking about with Vegas now for 18 months. They will cut your throat if they think it helps them win.
Yep.
And they got to play the good guy with Jack Eichel and get the surgery you want because they thought it could help them win.
Yep.
Now, Robin Leonard is in the same situation saying, I need the surgery. It'll put me done for the season. They're saying, well, you can help us win,
Yeah,
but we're not
all of a
sure how
sudden-
much you can help us win. We'll pull you after one goal for Logan Thompson, but we think that you're a better second option than who our other second option would be.
Not the good guys, real quick on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like it's just starting to feel gross. They've now got Mark Stone and Max Pacioretty clearly playing through injury,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and but again, they feel like it helps them win. So they're the good guys if they feel like it can help them win. But if it doesn't fully benefit the club in the immediate, they're kind of assholes about it. And I think that reputation is really, I think this year has really kind of intensified it for them. And I think they seriously, over the course of 12 months, went from being a destination to you are going to have a hard time recruiting players there.
To the movie Casino.
Yeah. And it's just
They're
like,
going to take you out in the desert.
yeah, dude, seriously.
Can't help us win. See
Yeah.
you later.
Oh, you need knee surgery, Robin Leonard?
Yeah.
There's going to be a white van out back. Just, they'll take you to get surgery. Don't worry.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. And it's just, dude, this is just so weird that I honestly don't know if them squeaking into the playoffs, if you're actually talking like long-term health of an organization, like, that's just going to tell the owners and the upper management, hey, everything that you did to cut everyone's throat was worth it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's yikes.
And there's a
It's
chance it
yikes.
gets
True.
worse.
Oh, good point. I didn't even think
Megan
about that.
getting the dunk off on Pete DeBoer in chat, first of all. Secondly, Blais, fastest betting section of your life.
Man, let's talk about bets. Let's go here. I took the parlay here, right? So there's a 25%.
Such a low over.
Yeah. Well, so I'm like,
I like it.
I'm not going hardcore until the playoffs are right. Like, I'm trying to find something that might win here. So I'm going Colorado money line over 4.5 goals.
Love it.
And
With an
just
even.
throwing
Flip
the even.
the coin-
Like,
the
who
coin
cares?
flip at
Like,
the
at this
end.
point, yeah, that's my parlay. And what does that say? Because these games are hard to bet on. I believe that's what I put exactly in Slack. I did put fuck these games in the Slack. You're right.
So here's what I like about that one, because I don't like getting too crazy with the in-game parlays. But yeah, an Avs money line and then like a McKinnon or a Mikko goal scorer or the low over.
Yeah.
It gets you to decent positive money. Then yeah, throw the even on there. Who gives a shit? Ramp that up to
Flip a
plus
50%er and
Right,
you get
right.
a bunch of odds. Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
when we get into the playoffs, we'll go hard.
There you go. Now
We'll
we're
go
talking.
hard.
In any case, puck drop is like 2 minutes away.
Yeah.
So we're wrapping up the show. We love all of you. We'll be back post game. You know the drill. Come hang out. Celebrate the Nuggets win in the meantime. We love you. We'll talk to you later.